Classic. How you doing, other brothers? The honk never lets you down. Doing good? Wonderful. Wonderful. The good old reverse honk. Always lightens the mood. It does. Like, it has nothing to do with anything that we do here. It's not on brand. I suppose it kind of is. But it is all, it is amazing. Second only to this one.
Not happy, Jen!
Followed up closely
I've got a
by
problem with my Gogomobile, and I was wondering if G-O-G-G-O.
another classic. Actually, there's a question. Did I actually put all those in? Let's go find out. I don't exactly remember how it happened either. It just sort of happened one day. I think I put in the regular honk, and then it took on a life of its own. Because I thought the 8 honks was funny, and then I'm pretty sure it was. Actually, I don't remember who it was. Someone suggested, what if it was like going down in pitch? And so we did it. Oxygen. Oh, like oxygen not included. No. I put the 8 times honk in, and then someone wanted the honk like Hey, Sol. Someone was like, "What about the make it like the neom that Thingy has?" Um, oh wow, the name is completely escaping my memory at the minute. Because she had a this neom sound from left to right, and it was just her going neom. I don't know how many times I can repeat it. uh, oh, it won't tell me. And so I did that, and that should be honk 2. Nope. Honk 3. There it is. It was those two that then led to Hink. And that was how it was all born. It was meant to be like one. Did I remove it? No.
G-O-G-G-O.
Why don't I see it in the list? Oh, there it is. In theory, there's meant to be one that goes back the other way, but I never made. I didn't. It wasn't as funny. I didn't make it in the end. There we go. That's fixed now. Alrighty. And just in time too, because the countdown has finished. Which means it is time to begin. So I've got to navigate my 1,000 buttons, and we shall begin. Hello, how we doing? What's going on? So last time, we made this Fulgora mess, and then it was like, you know what, I wonder what it would take to make it on a self-contained patch. And this is what I came up with. So I'm probably going to have to switch this thing again. It does 7,200 if it's maxed out, But in actuality, it does 6,900, and it turns out 6,900 is actually the perfect number for making it on patch. So that's a thing. I don't know if it's more efficient. It'll be interesting to see. I think it wins out just by the sheer lack of infrastructure that it requires compared to all this train nonsense and recycler nonsense. But I do want to build both just to see what happens. I mean, having said that, I probably want to switch to this. Having gone through all that trouble. We'll see. As I sip the coffee, that's a future me problem. Are there variants for each vowel? There nearly ends up being, and I sort of had to put a stop to it to stop adding them. Otherwise, we're just going to be dominated by variations of a honk. Am I? Yeah, I'm in the editor mode at the minute. Oh yes, that's right. As a bit of a follow-up, I tidied up these things. And did I have these running? I don't remember. But I tidied them up either way. No, I think I finished this one last week. Last week? Yeah, last week. I'm trying to remember what I was up to last week. It's been a while. Lots been going on. As long as we keep the hink, that's a staple. I mean, the hink will never go. Yeah, I think I didn't show it, but I did tidy this up. That's gonna be difficult to connect. I don't think I thought that one through very well. Probably gonna need to be rotated like that. And then peel the pipes up to top and bottom. But that's the yellow science anyway. This is the one that I didn't show which got done. I did this after last time. I just want to show it off. As the coffee comes back up. Just to prove that it's done. Because I came up with a better idea. Eventually, so the purple needs a bit of a boost. Like this one always underproduces just slightly. And so it has two, but it doesn't actually need two. I could remove one of them. And this belt just tops up the other 4. And then there's 2 of them to make 8. And that's 8 belts. No liquid plastic or stone? No. Yeah, you have molten ores, but you don't have access to molten plastic or molten stone's a bit of a weird one, actually. Where is it? The low density structure is actually an interesting one because it only needs plastic as an item, which makes it a lot easier to produce. I should also note this thing's at 300% productivity because of if you haven't seen, there is low density structure productivity, which really opens up possibilities. And that's why this thing is just going so crazy, is that it doesn't need productivity modules, which means you can put speed modules in it, which, yeah, opens up lots of interesting things. Yeah, everything that you need a lot of for space has productivity for it. So steel, at Purple Science is a powerful one. Getting like 2 or 3 of these researchers really changes up the base. It actually kind of obsoletes, because this applies to all furnaces. Let me slap down like if you have steel furnaces. Oh, there we are. Does this have steel furnaces? No. There it is. Yeah, so I hover over this thing. Does it have productivity? I don't. Oh, it probably needs some ore. Or plate, actually. Yeah, see, productivity plus 250%. So, that means you have access to an enormous productivity potential on steel early game. Yeah, it reduces it down a lot. Ironically, I think the biggest footprint is actually blue science, because, I mean, green circuits doesn't get productivity, but it gets EM plants. So it actually does get productivity, because these have plus 50% productivity, plus 5 modules. Hey, Glacier. Yeah, we just reset it before back to Honk 4. Oh, we removed the Honk 4. Red circuits is actually a lot because again, it's just a slow craft. Blue circuits also gets a productivity bonus. Here, I actually haven't researched it, but again, you can drive it into 300%, so your blue circuit build doesn't actually have to be very big at all. Good afternoon. Yeah, I should really... No. There we go. Nope, we're on the platform now, apparently. Got a little over-eager there. I really should come up with a proper way of doing that one day. But yeah, so this is now 265% productivity. I think my ear's blocked or something, or at least partially blocked, and which is also incredibly powerful. What it means is, if I go over to Gleba, over here, one of these can happily supply all of the rocket needs you would ever want on Gleba. Alright, there we go. I jiggled my microphone a little bit because it was a little bit far away, and then everything just went muted, and I was like, uh-oh. Why did that do that? What hasn't? Hmm. Oh, are we there? There we go. Something's loose. That's not good. Stand by. Oh, I can see the thing peaking and clipping out on the XLR plug. Again, this needs a coffee. How much SPM can a single max speed silo handle? Not that much. It's technically, what would it be? Well, each silo launch is 1,000 signs a minute, and your animation is still like 42 whatever seconds. The benefit is that it doesn't need to craft. Like, you can craft while animating the thing coming up, and there is a bit of speed saving with the next rocket coming up. Like, it doesn't need, as soon as the first one launches out the hole, it doesn't need to close and then open again. Like, the next one can just rise up out of it. So there is that benefit there. The only thing is, it's just limited by that animation speed. I'm sure it's been calculated. I just never really looked into it, and a lot of my stuff is centered around instantaneous launching. If I have an example on hand, yeah, I think this would be the best thing. Instantaneous launching, because you don't want to piecemeal load platforms. You want to send everything all at once. That way the platform isn't waiting for too long. It's probably close to 1,500. 1,500 to 1,600, I would expect. I'd say sit about right. Maybe 1,400, actually. It'd be... because you're waiting for that anim. It depends if your initial condition is this rocket is ready, or your rocket is not started crafting. If the rocket has to start at like this state, it would take longer. Problem is that's a bit of a weird place to be in. Normally the rocket would be ready to go, and then the platform would arrive, and then it would launch, raise up the next rocket, and then launch again, and then keep doing that until it's satisfied. But as I say, you're better off having enough silos to launch it in 1 or 2 salvos instead of routinely launching. Alright, coffee is down. Yeah, we covered that. I think... Oh, I remember what it was meant to do. We need to look at you. That's what I was going to do. 4, 6, and 8. Now, let's just press that. So we don't have any surprises. There we go. So we're looking for 115,200 signs a minute. 27. There you go. 27 seconds. That would be assuming it's always crafted at the next rocket ready. I would take that as. Because yeah, what was it, like 42 seconds or 40 something seconds? Yeah, it was like 40 something seconds. I don't remember what it was actually. In the old rating. Oh, that's actually pretty. 2,222 signs a minute. So yeah. I mean, I'd probably just say 2,000 because you don't launch continuously. Like, because launching a rocket doesn't. Sorry. In Space Age, launching a rocket doesn't give you science. In base game 2.0, you would get 2,222 science a minute. Alright, so these things, 167 is a lot. We only got 88. Where was it? There. There was a reason I broke this up the way I did, and I can't remember what it was. 6, 4, and 2. Let's just pick the whole thing up and do it like this. And there. I have a feeling I already figured out that this was what the limit of the half belt was. I have a feeling. I don't know if it's true or not, but I have a suspicion. Knowing past me. Bam. Kablam. Let's grab you. Pow. Also curious about on using silos as non-standard storage sorting on Fagora. I mean, I've seen it work. The thing that I have against it is that the sort of style of build that it goes into has a lot of redundancy in it, and I think at least pushing it a little bit harder might be beneficial. I actually don't see much difference between using a silo as a giant chest and using a train. It doesn't feel like there's that much difference between them. All right. What is that? It's 11. 167. 167 on 8, so 21. 168. Oh, that is actually a nice number. 11. Yeah, I probably... The fact that this is 11 means I probably intended this to be a wide boy. So, it's meant to be like this. Instead of it, just to stop it getting too long. That's actually a solution that I haven't looked into, and I probably should. Is what a bot build would look like. In fact, that's maybe instead of doing what I was looking at, I might do that instead. You seem a little closer to normal. There you go. I mean, one of these is always going to be slightly off. That's a given. Okay. I always end up just having the spillover substation just wherever. Kind of the way it goes. On its own, a silo shouldn't be too bad for performance, because its inventory is quite small. That's part of why I wasn't so keen on it, because it's actually kind of limiting how a silo is. You know what? Let's just, because this thing doesn't need that. You can almost tell it's a copy paste of another build, can't you? Bam. Yeah, I'd have to think about how a bot build would look. Could get dirty as far as performance goes, but I suspect it might win out. Oh, that actually isn't enough. It is and it isn't. So, because there's 8 of these here, it's actually 8? 16 of these here. Yeah, because there's 16 of these here, it's actually represents each lane. Bam. And bam. Palam. What I should do, realistically, is I should be repasting the entire thing, but apparently I've chosen to do it this way. And Arthie, how you doing? I mean, I chose to do it the surgical way, and I mean, usually just deleting and rebuilding everything ends quite poorly for me, so that's why I have an aversion to doing it these days. Just, it's like doing the mowing. Lay down your stripes of mowing. Now this one I got to be careful, because I got to hold down shift to place it down properly. Or to place it down with the underground where the regular belt is. The force overcome the angry belt. Problem is that shift means it'll place everywhere that I tell it to. There we go. That should be 14,400 blue science right there. Ish. 13, 8, 14. 4, yeah. Excellent. Second last output belt's broken. Very likely. Oh, yeah. There we go. And that's a blue science. Oh, that wasn't too painful. I mean, blue science, it's not painful, it's just unnecessarily big. Whee, look at it go. Yeah, it's in the same league as the others, so it's probably about right. I mean, it's 8 belts, it's 8 half belts. It is or 16 half belts, which is 8 full belts. So it is the required output. I mean, I could actually do that. No, I can't. No, it's got to be like that. There. And then it fills out the belts. You, and lastly you. It only seems somewhat silly. Go. How fast will make it do the mining productivity? That's the real question. How much will the game die as soon as I turn this thing on? In the middle of a move and no internet for you after today and the week? Ah, yes. You got no internet times. Alright, I think that's safe enough to grab. So I shall. Get rid of you. Don't have anything else, I don't think. Apart from all that. Or what? Let's capture a 1, which doesn't include all that. There. We're just regular old science. Jeez. Chemical science? Oh, let's just say 115k. Chemical science. Chuck it in the book at Narvis. There, you and you. Oh, let's put those down there. The only thing missing is military now. And on the one hand, I kind of don't want to do it. On the other hand, I probably should. What's military even needed for? Not a lot. Well, actually, it is. A few things. Is that one of those things I can just shove off world? I'd like to shove it off world. Just export it to Vulcanus. Probably shouldn't. Probably a future me problem. Because, yeah, you got to deal with, yeah, that. Ammo. And then wall. You're done. Oh, that's circuits. Red circuit's got to figure out still. Low density. Fine. That was the what's now yellow signs. Felt like it had personality. Doing some quality signs? Nah. There's not much point doing quality signs. Oh yeah, that's another power print that I came... No fluid input. Oh, do you max output? Oh, you're actually going up. That's actually important to know. So this is my Aquilo certified reactor. Aquilo certified because I can get heat pipes all around it to defrost everything. From all that I've seen, quality science is a net negative. It isn't. It doesn't perform as well. Or like you don't you throw a lot at it to get not much out of it. What am I trying to say? For a given input of so it depends on how you actually craft it, because if you're quality product doing quality here instead of here, you're actually losing a lot by not doing productivity here, because you're getting plus 100% productivity on something which has no productivity applied to any of its. Oh, this does get productivity now, but I just cherry picked the worst possible example. But like these can't be productivity, so you either need these to be at a lower high, at a better quality further back, or you're doing it quality here, and yeah, as I say, I cherry picked purple because you lose a lot by not productivitying it. I'm just trying to see this be 1.25 and 2.5. Yeah, there's probably a benefit to doing it with oh, that's now 20. 11. Yeah, the difference in output is pretty dramatic. Yeah, if it was quality source ingredients, it would work better. That only works to an extent because some of these don't quality to, I think it's sulfur. Yeah, sulfur you can't directly get quality. You got to grind it because it's made of liquids which have no quality. The sticking point is anything which has something behind it which you can't quality. May sound funny, but I was high for 2.0, but I got to Fagora and it broke my Factorio understanding of the universe game. You love it. Not sure how to go back. It's crazy, isn't it? Oh yeah, you're right. Asteroid reprocessing gives you the quality sulfur. Yep. I'd forgotten about that. No, apparently it doesn't spin that up. Yeah, coal synthesis, yeah. Or something. Something gives it. I forget what it is. I can't think at the minute. Because, yeah, I do actually have a... Not on this save, but I do actually have a thingy that does the thingy. Save. Save. Alright. Next step is to take this over to the save. Yeah, because I am... everything flashed there for a minute. Yeah, because this thing should have quality sulfur on it somewhere. Or does it? Yeah, there it is. Ah, yeah, it's the, that one. It's funny, even a little bit of space science like this, it is actually pretty fast. I'd like to see the numbers on it at some point, because like having the quality grinding of the asteroids or any kind of quality grinding isn't zero cost. There is a cost for it to exist. So, coming back to the topic at hand, we've got all this here. It was like iron, then copper, like there, and then stone over there. I mean, I'm gonna have to move these up and out the way, I suspect. I didn't want to. I wanted to try and conform everything a little closer. I suppose I could just landfill that. I got all the way over to there. In terms of UPS, do I need to go? I think I need to go over there. Yep. I mean, I'm done on Fagora for now. I just got to sit here and wait for the bots to slowly remove everything, because apparently I'm using all 3,200. Yeah. I've been a bit skeptical on it because the science, because it's not really shown a significant benefit to have quality science compared to like quality items. Turn that off. What are we doing at the minute? Research productivity again. What are you doing? You're going out, are you? Yeah, oh, you haven't passed Gleber yet. And there we go. Good to know. I was wondering why it wasn't doing anything, and yeah, it's got to go past Gleber. Why? What is? Oh yeah, biter clock's on. I'm trying to remember what all the stupid lights mean. At least the chests are starting to empty in here, which is nice of it. Yeah, yeah. It's a case of me just throwing more bots at the problem. I mean, I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. Just immediately doesn't come over to me. Real ongoing issue. Too many projects at the time to implement new ones. I think I know that feeling. How's the holmium? Holmium has been eaten from here. Which is also a potential issue. You're making silos. Need a minion to help me on my save. I need to figure out what all these recyclers are doing, because I don't think they're doing... I think they're doing more than what they should be doing. Very suspicious. Are we empty yet? No. What do you got going on? Oh yeah, I had to re-implement the recycle grinding on these things. It's just not getting supplied enough. And producing the holmium plate is better to recycle grind it. Not recycle grind it. Craft and recycle. Craft recycle. Because then I just get more of it. What? Getting requested into you. Why has that taken those? How many is there? Oh, there's a lot. Hmm. Where are they even coming from? Red greater than 0 and green equal to 0. As long as green's equal to 0, red's greater than 0. Huh? Oh, it's in there. Okay. And what are you? Greater than 50. What about you? You should be greater than 500. Okay, so that shouldn't actually be there. And instead, that should be there. Like that. So yeah, now it'll just delete anything above 500, although I might make it 700. Max Prod is still ideal, but I imagine it's worth getting as soon as you can get Legendary Coal. Yeah, Legendary Coal is a game changer. It changes everything. It unlocks Legendary. Sorry, I can hear this faint crackle in the left ear. It's distracting me. Legendary Coal? Yeah, I think it's Legendary Coal is what opens every. Yeah, because it makes Legendary Plastic. And that's what opens up everything. Yeah, this thing currently is just quality moduling it, and before it was just recycling everything that wasn't legendary, and it was very inefficient. Wasn't great. Alright, let's go to Derpus. You don't need that. This thing could be significantly reduced. Yeah, there's a lot of machines that don't do anything anymore. Coal production is about 4 per hour? You mean you don't have something like this? I don't even know what my production is. It's a lot. I mean, it's mostly, 107. 148. It's actually not that much. 16. There you go, 16 a minute. Still in action. Where are we at? Derpus. Away we go. It got an upgrade. Actually, what is the state of this thing? It is... Wow, it is obsolete is what it is. It's using purple productivity modules. Which isn't actually that bad. There is worse. It's something like this one, I think. Yeah, see it's on blue. They're probably all on blue. Yeah, because they're all copies of each other. Oh, that one's been upgraded. This is the state of... Yes, this one's all legendary. You, I think I recently grabbed at some point. CPU, yeah, you're gonna be maxed out. Okay. What are you... You're waiting for those. Why? Oh, you're gonna drop carbon and crap. He's gonna slowly lose resources. Time passed. You been here for 300? Yes. Yep, there it goes. Whee! Just drops out the back. Inactivity. It varies. Oh, yes, yes. There you go. Yeah, you actually want to use circuit controls for orders. You don't really want to use continuous requests like I'm doing with the science. It's not the best arrangement. What are you at? You're at 13 million. That means it's going to take, yeah, it's like 4 hours. 7.4, 7.4, 4.9. That's actually a low one, but Factorio Science is kind of sucky at the minute. I mean, saying that, it needs to come up to the same standard. And I need to get, sort of need to get these productivities up, because that makes the builds work better. Trouble is, I need the build to actually run them. Alright, so you, because we got biters, we need belts, we need construction materials. And that'll do for now. We're not on Gleba, and we're not on thingy. Fulgora. Well, technically that would work for Vulcanus as well. Alrighty. So I've laid these down here. Thinking I might push them up. Slightly up? Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this line here is sort of what I was targeting for the bottom end of the base. And then we'll just shim this here. You know what I need? What do I need? That. And lots of it. It's all gone. Oh, yeah, stone literally is just being evaporated. Started by just pushing straight into upcycling legendary quality and prod modules and then working from there. Egg production, need to expand, but that's another project started, haven't finished. I mean, recycling the modules, not the eggs directly. Oh, so you recycle, you start from the lowly crafted ones and then work your way up. Yeah, I opted for the brute force one and just recycle the eggs. And then occasionally this crafts some productivity modules. Yeah, it's way more efficient on eggs, but see, I figured I'd do it this way just because it's time. Realistically, I could do it with both epic and legendary. Like, if I get any epic eggs, then I could recycle them all the way up. I did have it going that way before, but there was a problem where the egg kept hatching that I had. The eggs would hatch, and I never would actually get a lot of the output. Similar thing actually happens on Gleba with the stack inserter production, where yeah, see, it turns to mold. Speaking of turn, oh dear. Okay. Well, that would explain a lot with the stack inserter production. Yeah, that's exactly. But it is exactly the problem I'm describing, though. Is that it goes moldy before it actually can craft anything useful. Yeah, for my purposes, brute forcing the eggs is the way to go because everything else legendary is already there. And because of the upcycling, what's the standard term for it? Upcycling. Crafting and upcycling, because I had so many legendary 1s and 2s, and at one point I had a near infinite supply of them and I didn't need to craft them. Yeah, from a starting point, I was actually equally doing the same, yeah. There we go. What are we doing for stack inserted? Yeah, it's got none, that's why. all that legendary mold. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing with the legendary mold, but it's there. The legendary asteroid ship is a game changer. It really is. What are you actually doing with the seeds and things? Okay, you're putting them into chests. 50k, 116k. Yeah. I just need a stock of seeds. If I ever need to make more of this stuff, I need a stock of seeds. That's why I'm stockpiling them. Because the growing fields needs a lot of seeds and I suppose eggs as well, really. Because yeah, this is hardly developed at this point. You can go there. No, I know what you were. You were a special purpose. You go there. Because yeah, I gotta. At some point, I do actually need to develop this out. Yeah. Yeah, see? I'm just looking at it and I was thinking, if I had these vertically, it would be more convenient. Because the only way to really speed up the mold timer is to mine directly from the farm into the science production. I mean, this build as it is, I think it gets pretty close to like 50 minutes on the timer, which is pretty good. It's hard to improve on that. All right. Share. We got some business here to attend to. Well, what I really need to do is, well, first of all, lay that down. Secondly, probably get rid of all that. Don't really bother with quality before legendary aside from accumulation and power armor stuff. If I was to do it again, I would do the same. I wouldn't bother with a lot of quality stuff anymore. Or at the very least, I wouldn't bother with a lot of the individual steps. So I would go to like rare and then rare to legendary. Because platforms do benefit from some higher quality components, particularly the like thrusters and cargo bays. You do get a lot out of those. You get something immediate back for your trouble there. Oh, apparently we're trashing stuff. Sure. Well, it's just shuffling things around. It's not actually doing anything. Ooh, a Michelle. How you doing? Okay. I want that there. What I really, really want is science about here. Maybe I should, yeah, you know what? I know it's a bit of a meme. Doesn't mean anything anymore, but still, for old time's sake. Because yeah, the whole expiring thing. I'm just going to preemptively fill this in. Or at least attempt to. Because for the most part, I'm probably not going to have the landfill to fill it in. I have a feeling stone is going to be an issue. I mean, it's kind of self-evident, really, on account of the fact that I don't have a lot of stone. There's stone there, and then stone somewhere else, and then that's it. Yeah, stone there. That's all the stone there is. I mean, there is a few more patches, but I'm a little bit short on stone patches in general. Just don't have a lot offering. Legendary landfill? Something like that. Even though legendary landfill doesn't do anything. I mean, to be fair, platforms are better slower early on anyway, so speeding them up doesn't give you any benefit. It really just increases the danger more than anything. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is draw a line along there for all the science production and science output. And then there's room below, and then I can wrangle in everything from there. Oh yeah, biochambers. I think I actually turned mine off. Because I do have the same. I did have legendary landfill for going on at some point. I remember now. There's so many things to remember. So many recipes to try and remember. Here we go. Poor bots. There. Alright. You lot. Can you do anything? Kind of. Oh, that'd be where all the landfill went. There's probably actually a decent excuse to craft landfill on Vulcanus and then platform it over. These guys. These clowns. Coalition of major record labels filed a lawsuit against the Internet Archive demanding 700 million for work preserving and access to 78 RPM records. Things that are out of copyright, no less. And I'll be guessing a lot of these are pretty sure this has happened before too, like many years ago, where they're trying to protect recordings that are dubious. The copyright on them is dubious, and the fact that they're not even selling them anymore. Hello. The thing's not on screen, so I can't see who it is. But hello. I mean that's a one-way blog. Let's see what comes of it. Mirage, how you doing? Alright. Over to you. Over to Vulcanus. Legendary calcite makes 30 to 37.5 stone per... Oh yeah, for your legendary stone, yeah. I got the legendary stone maker here, whose sole job is to make to throw copper into the lava ocean. Yeah, our school books keeps coming up, and textbook stuff keeps coming up as well. Where was it? I think it's here. Yeah, I was just thinking. There's one here that actually makes landfill already, so I might as well make use of it. In here, it has access to low density structure. Yeah, all these here. I mean, as I say, it is just throwing the floor is lava. The spider's playing the floor is lava. do you have the power to upgrade that? No, you don't. Different. Oh, the icons were changed in an update recently. And they are noticeably clearer. Yeah, you go there. Yeah, see, these can't output. I mean, realistically, it doesn't need all of its beacons, so I could pull a beacon out and put the thing in its place. Alright, let's... the squirrel projects. The squirrel projects are real. And yeah, and then I'll just belt the landfill all the way back here. Yeah, bots can deal with this. I mean, I could bot it, but I'm not going to. Ah, screw it. Just run the belt. Where's a thingy I can capitalize on? Like, no, not you. Not you. Probably like you. Oh yeah, it'll be in the experimental. I mean, there's no reason not to run experimental, realistically. Nope. Ah, damn it. No, you don't need to play the floor as lava. There we go. Yeah, unless there's you have a specific need, there's no reason not to be on the experimental branch. I mean, pulling all of them down's a little bit dramatic. But it's going to have to happen. Why is that spaced the way it is? I don't rightly know. Come over here. You know, I get rid of all this. All that. Huh. I just look at it like, hang on a minute. There we go. Now you, in theory, might have... Yeah, you got the better beacons on you as well. There. Was it upgrade the substations? Shows you how old the build is. Nice. Just covers everything all in one hit. Alright. Oop. No, don't do that. There, because you're all whacked up. Get rid of that. Yeah, you're not going to go around now. We're not going to need you. I can send landfill on its way. Blam. Wham. Blam. Here we go. Don't need you. Whee. Do need you. Now you just full on output. Yeah, you're full on output, so it's not going to do anything. Off by more than one. Yeah, it was off by quite a few, wasn't it? Yeah, I can bring that in line as well. These, yeah, they're legendary, so they got a little bit of speed boost there. 6, 7, so that makes it 7, because it's got the whole top as well. And realistically, I think it's just a matter of pulling down the whole thing, like that. We grab you, flip it vertically, and put it down in the same place like there. But at the same time, we don't need those substations. Instead, we can slap some substations down here. The almighty substation. You seem to be sad times on charging. You're yeah, you are. It was like you're on fission reactors. Yep. It should still be there. Oh, I see. I see the issue. Oh, and also you're full. There it is. It's something we haven't done in a long time. Praising the substation. There's no praising the sun here. We don't praise the sun. Is there a fusion? No. Efficient? No. Because the only thing for it is to send it to Aquilo. Bold move on Vulcanus. Oh yeah, we've got to take a nuke to Vulcanus again. I want to see what happens. I haven't actually played around with that yet. Because apparently it digs a hole in the lava. Apparently, you don't have access to foundries anymore. Yeah. Nukes on different planets have different effects. I'm trying to remember what... I think it does something special on Aquilo as well. Yeah, okay. So you're bottlenecked on... You're not bottlenecked on stone output. That's the main thing. What I'm concerned with. Oh, you're only regular productivity modules as well. There. Of which you have none. Ah. Well, I guess you can have blue ones for now. I mean, this thing is going to be replaced, so I kind of don't care. Laura's lava. It's actually still cooking away. It shows you how long it's been since I thought I held out shift. There you go. That's what I don't know and I want to find out. Is if it will do it to everything or just some things. Oh wait, calcite. Calcite part's kind of important. I don't know if I have it prepared yet. Where's my Book of Volcanist? No. So I just got the recycle grind, the upcycling of speed modules going on. I haven't actually done anything else yet. Because Volcanist was a really early one. Side loading onto the Irons landfill. Yeah, that's right. So this should output landfill on the top half, and then the copper one side loads onto the bottom half. And so I get the two landfills together. Interesting. You're not calling for anyone. Ah. Probably because I disconnected it, haven't I? No, the recipe's wrong. Iron melting. There. Wrong one. Wrong one. Iron from lava. Yeah, then I need to reconnect the lava. There we go. You and you. I was going to get it in the end. Yeah, see, it's side loading the top and then side loading the bottom. Quality nukes makes bigger holes. That'd be entertaining. Do I actually bother with... kind of. Pumps don't hurt it. Because the more empty it makes the pipe, the faster it runs. It just makes it a little bit nicer. Problem is this whole setup is kind of jank. It's a Spellmaster. Hello. Friends are coming soon. Ooh. And JD Plays is here too. Hello. Welcome everyone. What a name, Brainless Teddy. That's amazing. It's relaxing to see another player play the game, not in the super professional way. Hard to describe. It's kind of funny because on the one hand, I am playing it in a kind of silly way, but at the same time, also not. So welcome everyone from JD Plays over on Twitch. Iron Wolf, hello. Long time no see, actually. Avum, hello. Welcome, JD. You had your name in the record books, finishing Space Age speedrun in less than 12 hours.
Lots of month, at least more than I have fingers.
A lot of month, at least more than... Imagine having 84 fingers. You know what? Don't imagine that. Because an AI will probably imagine it for you. Thank you for that sub, Duck Bear. Yeah, like, you come over to Aquilo, and it's kind of the antithesis of playing it in a professional... Like, My Aquilo was actually quite nice. I'm happy with my Aquilo. Look at it. It's just a sea of silos. Yeah, it's having a handheld centipede. That is. Like, I mean, don't look at this. Don't look at this. I mean, at the same time, like you got this nice bit over here. You got this nice bit over like this is actually for people coming from JD. This is what you dream of. So this is the satisfaction you get from leaving ending JD's stream. So you come from like this monstrosity, this mess, and now you get to breathe a sigh of relief and just gaze upon this. Yeah. As a side note, this actually took a really long time to come up with. But it's the result is really satisfying, isn't it? Quite happy with it. That's why I keep going to it. What else we got? Yes, thank you, JD, for that raid. What else is there? I suppose Gleber is quite all right too. I mean, admittedly, I came up with this months ago. Feel the need sometimes to get there early. Aquilo is it's a hard to get to planet. Oh, harder to get to planet because of the distance and the needing of the rocket turrets. But once you get there, like and suffer the early game, it unlocks all the good stuff. Like it gives you the foundation, it gives you the fusion, gives you railguns. Was the railgun shooting speed level? That's a good question. I don't actually know. Oh, that's artillery shooting speed. 13 apparently, or 12 apparently. Does it benefit it? Kind of. Unfortunately, I can't see it going because it's on its way back. But anyway, yeah. So if it's just a bit of a side note, while we're mindlessly staring at Gleber, Gleber is actually quite easy. There's not a lot to it. I say this every time. Like this is also the penultimate Gleber that can't do much better than. But over here, the starter stuff. Gleber, the first thing you do is you make rocket fuel production. I can't actually. There it is. Yeah, you make this that makes rocket fuel. It doesn't even like this is a more sophisticated version of what I had originally. Just makes rocket fuel. Then you make what do you make? I've already forgotten. Something. Something. Yeah, you need rocket fuel, you need carbon fiber, and you need science. So you only need three of these loops to actually do everything. Yeah, that was the carbon fiber one. That's why it's moldy. And so yeah, and all this craziness. And then this one did science, but now it's doing moldy ores. And some else erase all your stuff with rotten crap. Sounds like my my stack inserter situation, where the stack inserters was replaced with legendary mold again. It was very inconvenient. Am I actually still recycling? No, I don't even have. It's all shut down. I hope. Oh yeah, 274. Yeah, I got plenty of those things. Come to love Gleber now? Hated it in the beginning? Yeah, Gleber is an interesting one because it's really hard initially, but once you realize it's just the three loops, everything falls into place. It's just that initial startup is difficult, but beyond that, yeah, there's not much to it. It's like this thing here. This here is everything you need to launch rockets. It's crazy. Anyway, so what we were working on a grand. Okay, you've moved on to that, and you're. Oh no, you're still coming in. Do I care enough, or do I want to kind of sort of do that? I don't know. Well, so the problem at hand was that I need to fill in a lake, and so we went on this great grand squirrel project to service, to make what's it called? Fagora, Vulcan supply landfill. So the postman can deliver. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You. Right, the postal service can deliver like 5,000 from Vulcanus. Sir, you need to... You bloody postman. Okay. Now I need a way to increase production. What is the Eastern Gleba base? This one is basically limited to launching anything oddball that's left over, and it's also just making stack insert as another legendary Gleba legendary specific stuff. It's not doing it very well. Like, I've just sort of laid out bots in a pretty haphazard kind of way. That I don't even remember what that does. I think it was just temporarily, yeah, it was temporarily making mold, but it doesn't need it anymore. So well, now that this thing's almost here, so I collect promethium while consuming eggs, and then it stores up any leftover promethium, and then goes out with more eggs. So, there we go. Now, hopefully this won't take too long. You're waiting for GPUs. Wait for players to introduce invasive species. I did try that in the editor, but the game... no, I did it actually in-game, but the game doesn't agree with it. I introduced biters to Gleba, but the game deleted them. It's kind of a shame, really. Just that random kick up. This might be one of those cases where it needs more storage. Yeah, I'm just bottling up Prometheum Science at the minute. Alright, that should encourage the 322,000 to go down. You actually don't want deliveries like this. If it goes piecemeal, it kind of upsets the flow downstream. 200, what do we got? Oh, still waiting for stuff. No, now you're loaded. Okay. That's down to 250,000. Look at him go. And saying that, I've also loaded them onto trains, but trains are actually kind of inefficient for storage because they only hold 128,000, whereas these hold 24,000. So just having a giant bunker of Prometheum Science is actually better. I don't know how that works, but it does. So yeah, what happens is I was actually trying to wait for, hoping to wait for this thing to cycle again. Can you like just throw it all down? Come on. There. Throw it all down. Even if it just explodes all over the floor, the bots will fix it eventually. There. I'm expecting a big explosion on the floor. You know what? Even better still. There. There we go. That's how you get rid of. That's how you get rid of the signs. There sort of is a limit to how much storage you can have. I also don't want to keep expanding it. Alrighty. So now the biters are coming. So we go back. That actually happens over here. Right here. So this is what launches the biters into the platform. This launches 120,000 biter eggs across 2 launches. So this is the second 60,000 eggs. So that's the second batch of 60,000 eggs. The first lot should already be arriving. And it has. Yeah, it's Promethium doesn't. Oh, raw Promethium doesn't stack, but the Promethium science stacks as normal stuff. Oh yeah, you mean Promethium? Yeah, you have to store it on belts. Belts is it doesn't stack. It's a stack size of 1. Where is it? Here. Yeah, see, stack size of 1. So it's really bad to put it in cargo bays. You can store them sort of inside the these cryoplants. I did look into that at one point, but it worked out better to just use belts. Yeah, so we're fully stocked on. We've got 100% storage on Promethium. Got 100% storage on eggs. Now that we're flying out again, it releases the eggs and starts using up the Promethium science as it's heading out. So yeah, what we do is we collect eggs from Narvis. Well, drop off the Promethium science, collect the eggs, and then start crafting more science with the stored Promethium, and then use up the rest of the eggs in Promethium space. Sorry, I got a bit brainless Teddy there. We sort of got distracted from Gleber there. But yeah, back in January, February, just coming back to Gleber, I did spend a lot of time really trying to figure out how to minimize this down as much as possible. Yeah, eggs are your bottleneck for Promethium science. Was a 19% graph for? That would have been either the egg status or the Promethium status. Is it feasible at all to not store Promethium? You can avoid storing Promethium, but it ends up being better to store Promethium. So the platform can take on 120,000 eggs. Where is it? Here. Yeah. So this is how much Promethium is in the belt buffer, and this is how many eggs are currently being stored. Yeah, so this thing uses the display panel, and it's just a percentage. It's generated from a script. Yeah, and and the script generates the text, sets the color, the text, and the icon. Very handy. Actually, it can't do that normally, and I had to modify it to do that. But yeah. So this thing, it takes 120,000. It can only take 40 to 50,000 if it doesn't have the belt buffer. It is on GitHub. I forget what the search term is. There's a good one and a crap one. Well, there's several crap ones actually, and then there's this good one. Unfortunately, I forget which one the good one is. Yeah, it's just like a Python script on GitHub. Yeah, the Promethium storage significantly boosts the overall productivity or output potential of the platform. So yeah, this thing, it's what, down to 50%, and it's only over halfway to the edge of Prometheum space. You'd hate to type that. It would be rough. Because it's also setting the color too. Cause, so each one of these has to be behind like a color tag. Does that have to be behind it? I can't remember now. I think the color tag is encompassing. But it needs the color tag, which is hidden. What else was I looking at? Yeah, this thing. This, I actually didn't even... Was it Hingry? I think you pointed out to me that you can recycle nutrients into a lot of mold, which is what made the carbon fiber stuff possible. But yeah, one thing I need to do is expand this a little bit, because I'd like to do more carbon fiber and such. Yeah, it seems to be the way to go. I think so this platform, it's narrow and it's fast. Like it's going 444 right now. Is it throttled down? No. Like this thing's actually too fast for its own good. But I found a fast platform is better than a platform with just bulk storage. The fact that I throttle down means I could probably expand the storage as well. I probably could double the length of it and still be comfortable. If anything, it needs more cargo bays though. That's the other one thing I need to change with this thing. It's not got nearly enough cargo bays. Also, as a side note, these two and these two grabbers are the only ones that supply asteroids for processing. Flying SIM card. Yeah, multiple ships. Ah, here we are. We've got starting to see the Prometheum. Another thing actually worth... I don't know if anyone's been wondering about it. So this uses rocket turrets, laser turrets, and railguns. So it only needs to craft 2 ammo types. If you get your laser damage up enough, you can actually use laser turrets on small and medium asteroids, and to a lesser extent, the bigger one. There's 4 enough? Yeah, the 4 grabbers. You can actually see I'm throwing carbon over offside. And then there's a belt that runs in a big loop. That's this belt here. You see it does a few wiggles to act as storage. And then the actual processing has some more smaller loops. I tend to like doing little belt loops for stockpiling the asteroids for processing. Avoided belt weaving for like 8 years. Yeah, you see occasionally it'll just kick in and you see it activates. It actually it goes by a setting filter, so you should see the filter kick in periodically. The thing is, when the filter goes in, and because the legendary has, what is it, like 6 arms that actually grab. Yes, it's telling it that it needs more oxide. But yeah, because there's 6 grabbers, it basically just grabs more than what it needs all in one hit. And then it's happy again. So, and done. Yeah, I can't claim credit for coming up with it. Unfortunately, I was beaten to the punchline there because I spent far too long playing around with the selector and a bunch of other things than playing around with platforms. Damn, that's loud. But yeah, setting filters instead of enable disable is the way to go. There it is, yes. So it just keeps a constant 400 of each. And as it falls below, it then goes and grabs more. Each red and green. Oh yeah, it needs the constant combinator tell to match the red and green. Yeah, so that's how I do Prometheum. Coming back to the topic at hand. Overloaded the sushi belt and throw access out. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's another way of doing it. My early Aquilo platform does that, kind of. It had, well, I say kind of. So this is the first Aquilo platform I made. I just keep copying this thing forward. It's a lot less efficient, admittedly. Like, it needs to throw away iron and copper to keep itself running. I think it needs to, it needs to throw away every processed resource to keep itself running, which is something you don't actually need to do. It's interesting how the ideas change, but yeah, instead of having, the little belt loops, it feeds through everything. This thing's meant to run with no quality as well. Hey, Thunder. Made that video yet for the YouTube page explaining requests with the landing pad? Not as such. It's been on the docket for a while. There's actually a whole bunch of things to do. Now that one, just as a refresher, that was just explaining this thing here, wasn't it? Just using the circuit network instead of raw requests. Highly recommend people do as well. Because then it factors in what's in the logistics network around it, which is very handy. What else was there? I can't think off the top of my head. Look at that. Look at that. You need to be upgraded. Oh, you are upgraded. Apparently you were just never upgraded. Science has gone moldy. Don't you hate it when your science goes moldy? I'm tangled in cords. So I got new headphones, and the cord for it is a lot thicker and a lot more. It has too much freewheel, I guess you could call it. Whereas the old one was like, it had super thin wire and it was cloth based, so it just sort of, like, it didn't try and curl itself up and do all the things that this one's doing. It's really annoying. It makes me want to get a wireless headset, but I don't want a wireless headset. Because I use the headset microphone, I don't want... For some reason, wireless microphones in headsets are all terrible. They all sound like an old telephone. Like from the 80s or older. And I genuinely don't understand why. How big is your white science platform? Mine is like this currently. I have to get some water soon. Yeah, it's just for science makers. Admittedly, my original one was a lot simpler. Yeah, that was my original one. Very simple. Why has it got thrusters? Oh, it actually... So... my space science is the point where it actually needs to actively fly to collect enough resources. And so what it does is, when it runs out of stuff, it just then does a lap. So, yeah, there it is. Yeah, it doesn't stop at any of the planets. It just does a lap of the inner solar system, and then comes back to Narvis. Hello, Adbreak. How you doing today? Yeah, so it just sits here normally, and then periodically it'll just run around, collect up more resources, and be happy. Case in point, it might need to do it soon. Yeah, see, it's used up all of these asteroids. Something got renamed? Yes. It started out life as interstellar science and then became Prometheum science. It just seemed like a laugh at the time. My next idea was to build another one, basically double the output. Yeah, so, I mean, for the size of the platform, it doesn't really need to do a lap of the inner ring, but eventually it's going to grow to the size where it needs to do like a lap. It basically needs to run continuously to collect enough asteroids to actually do the job. You. So I've just sort of been stalling, waiting for, waiting for, no, what's, waiting for the landfill to come and recharge. I mean, so it's not so much that it's taking it, it's the fact that it needs to fly more so than anything else. That's sort of why it's doing it. It needs to be actively flying, and I figured that it might as well just. I mean, it could just do laps back and forth from Vulcanus. What am I after? Space map. Like it just could go, Vulcanus and back like that, just there, just run up and back along there, or to Glebra and back or something. Either is fine. Yeah. So this used to be interstellar space. Once upon a time. The fact that I go all the way around here. I mean, as I say, I could just go to Glebra. I don't actually need to go all this distance. By the way, these distances make no sense. Because it's like 15 to here to there, then 15 to here, but then it's also 15 to here, which means you're forming a triangle of equal distances, even though a triangle can't have. Yeah, it can't be equilateral. And this one, like the line itself, it's just like, hang on, how's that 15 if that's 15? And that's 15. At least this one's a little bit more believable. The 30 and 30 and 15. Yeah, that's why I did it, yes. Yeah, I remember now. There is a I mean, so, yeah, where is it? The Vulcanus trip, it has a lot more metallic asteroid, whereas Fulgora has a bit more, was it Glebra? I think it's these two paths that are actually the more valuable ones. Yeah, see, it's a bit better on oxide. It's more flat. Yeah, I remember that. See, I did. Yeah, because they don't change. I mean, it's one of those things where you don't need to. You want to try and avoid thinking about it too much. Yeah, like the Narvis ones. Sort of peaks and ramps down. I figured this out months ago. I don't. I genuinely don't remember anymore. Yeah, see, it's the carbonic increases rapidly, and then decreases as it goes towards Fulgora. I remember figuring this out, and yeah, it was those two paths that were actually better for asteroid collection. My one, it just goes around everything. It also goes Narvis, Gleba, Fulgora. It doesn't need to go to Vulcanus. And it just drops off a little bit at each. Oh, you actually use the interrupt. So this one basically just continuously flies. There you go. So it drops off a little bit of calcite and that's off again. I need to put the fifth thruster back in. I think it can actually take it now. Because I got the damage up high enough that it won't slam into asteroids. Alright, how are we doing for you? Should be basically empty, yeah. I call it empty. Alright, Spider Bros. Where are we coming to? Here. You've got the circuit control science, ends up with 60k. Been turned off for hours. Oh, is that the, oh, yours does space science as well. It's funny you say that, because mine, I think had 60,000 in it, or something already. No, 30,000. Yep. You're slowing down again. Why are you slowing down? It's probably stone. It's at its... Yes, most of the purples aren't running. You're a bit gappy. Or you were a bit gappy. Yeah. I'm just not getting enough stone coming in. I mean, this base is really at the limit of what's possible. Alright, I don't want to spend hours and hours just placing landfill. Alright, I need to actually figure out what's going where and how and when and which and why and all that good stuff. Oh yeah, that's that. Narvis book. Book of Narvis. Yeah, we want like that there. Whee, let's go. Yeah, I want to put these all in line, as is tradition. We don't need the disposal system. And you can be basically pre-fed molten stuff. Actually, you could... There. It doesn't actually have to be up here. So this is the thing I was trying to figure out, was how can I actually lay these out competently? Green science also... What do you need? What do you need? Circuits, green circuits. Green circuits is the only thing you need, especially. Other than that, it's just liquid. Because yeah, the thing that I was worried about is that if the molten supply is too far away, the spread is a problem. Chemical science needs its own basic processing. You just need to be fed stone. And you need to be fed plastic. And everything else is molten. Whereas like red can almost be like that, and then green to a lesser extent like that. I mean, having said that, I am placing these down such that I can tear these up and bring them closer. Just deciding on decisions on the best option. I think what I might do is, yeah, do that there. I will go with this option. You know what? Let's match the bottom. Because as I say, the liquid pipe length is what matters more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. I think it matters more to just get something down than figuring out the finer points. So yeah, you need circuits. It's arguable that production science could actually go here, because it only need, as I say, it only needs stone. The slowdown, holding these giant blueprints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And up a little bit. I think it's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bam. Let's get something down. Even if it the build request cancels, I got something. Yeah, I knew this was going to be wide. Alright, so now is where we get into the complicated stuff. I need chemical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. There. Function, utility. And it can just connect like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then military after that, somewhere, somehow. Don't know how. Alright, so that's a lot higher than I originally envisioned, but that's fine. And then we can put like labs over here or something. Over here. Just barely, yeah, just barely missed it. I'm actually wondering if I make use of this. Nope. Apparently I am making use of it already. I mean, I need to pull down these labs. That's something that needs to happen. This was the old theory. I'm actually glad that I'm not doing a 242 setup, and I'm just going to go big straight away. I mean, it's a lot harder to do the bigger setup, but it's better than just prototyping. Chemicals. Chemicals or chemicals? Thanks for stream. Gonna head off. It's way too late. All right, hey, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Yeah, like maybe labs over there, or maybe down. Do I want to put them down here? I kind of want to give it a little bit of space. I don't know. Emphasis on the ch. So, chemicals. Chubby Checkered's brand of chemicals. I mean, I'm kind of keen on the labs being over there. It's just... So, labs are really bad for pollution, though. Look at that. Most of that is the labs. Where is it? Here. Pollution, 164.64 a minute. Like, you compare that to, like, these things. Where is it? 25 versus 164. It is crazy how much they produce. It's so much. You actually, yeah, no. That 8% drain is really, really paying for itself there. Yeah, so you go down there. Oh, you are down there. Never mind. There are. Oh, yeah, I remember now. So that's one of those future me problems. That's one of those patented future me problems that I got to deal with. Because trains won't ignore stops that are disabled anymore. It treats it like a stop which has zero allocation. It's a problem that I haven't fully figured out. I think I explained a little bit of it. Like, it's this thing here. And it's a problem I haven't fully figured out yet. Oh, that's right. If Thunder, if you're still here, that was the other thing that I needed to do a video on, was this thing here. My signal multiplexer. That's something that needs to be covered. Is that actually, it should be here. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, this is, what number are you? 1 and 1, yeah. That is using a radar to send, like, the quantity of this stuff, bioflux, from the BIDA launch facility. The trick is to not hover over the radar. Active terraforming to eat pollution, yay or nay? It seems to be quite bad for UPS. Yeah, but case in point, there you go. That's what the radar looks like. Yeah, every time you see the thingies there flicker, that means it's cycling. But yeah, it's able to send multiple. You're able to slice up what you want to send over the radar and isolate it. It was meant to be part of this thing. Oh, yeah. See, the Nervous Hub, I think is disabled. Yeah, see, it's disabled. So in 1.1, when you disabled it, the train would just ignore it. Time division multiplexing is fun. It is. Oh, look. So just to follow up on this thing, see, it's been happily collecting for a while now. It is throttled down because it's turned 3 thrusters off. For the return trip, it needs to slow down because it goes too fast. That's an interesting problem to have. But yeah, now it's just filling up its belly with more Promethium chunks. It's got 300,000 before it returns to the edge, and it should be full by about 100,000. It's actually 76%, so it should be full pretty soon. And then the cycle repeats. So yeah, it's with 4 minutes left to hatch, it consumed all the eggs. They've probably actually already, yeah. Anything left over is probably hatched by now. And yeah. This might look familiar because it's definitely... I took some ideas from Colonel Will, but there is also some things that I expanded on my own. But yeah, so like the eggs, they go onto the belt with the option of being able to dump them over the side if something goes wrong. So if there's a catastrophic failure, it'll start dumping eggs. It'll slow down, dump eggs, and limp back to Narvis. It's been going for 30 minutes, 38 seconds. It's been in interstellar or Prometheum space for 25 minutes so far. It's got all the stats, so you know what it's been up to. And because I can, it's got a flashing light to tell you it's collecting. Natural trees be a UPS problem either way. Oh yeah, once they die by pollution, they stop interacting. Yeah, so like these trees, once they've died, that's it. In theory, so we should clarify, is there active eating pollution by trees, tree farming, or active pollution eating by biter farming? I think that's the question that it really comes down to. Trees can be. I think it's one of those... I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure tree interaction was one of the really far-flung, low-hanging... Like, wow, there's just nothing alive. They'll all be dead. Oh yeah, there's some green. There's some green still. I think trees is one of the more marginal ones, is what I'm trying to say. You said tree farm? Yeah, okay, I missed it. It was like, yeah, I read it wrong. Yep. Yeah, it's just a per chunk thing. Yeah, I could see some... I need to test it. It's one of those things I haven't really looked into, is how much tree farming has an effect. Where are Stompy? Stompy 1 and Stompy 2. Oh, you're empty. Very well then. Back you go. Nervous Post, how are you doing? What is the... Oh, rocket capacity. Rocket capacity is actually quite bad. I mean, it's going to keep it occupied for a while. I probably should do something about that. Oh, no. I thought I saw something then. I don't actually need to build this. It's probably going to be more of a hindrance than anything. Is there a stone patch nearby? That's the real question. I mean, there is that one there. Probably wouldn't hurt. Just make a stone outpost. Oh, that was fishies. I would like to not lose at least an assembler. Damn it. At some point it got stolen. Because they're legendary, they've got the charge to actually go the distance. Plant dense forest with bots instead of by hand. In theory, you could deliver to the the planter by hand. By bots, sorry. And then just once it's planted, just tear it up. Running as fast as the train is. It's going to be one of those long-term projects. I mean, yeah, you do end up with a field of dead trees, but at the same time, as trees eating pollution compared to trees compared to nothing eating pollution. I suspect like surrounding it by the pollution cloud by trees has a cost to it, but also an ever-increasing sphere of pollution into the void also has a penalty to it. Harvest the leafless one. Yeah, and the trouble is then you get into active stuff again. I suspect the tree farming would... yeah, that was the only situation I can think of where tree farming would actually be beneficial is if you're using it to stop the pollution expanding further into the void. It's making a macro to plant trees manually. That's one way to do it. I do not see... yeah. It's that problem again. I mean, I probably shouldn't be stealing from that belt, but I'm going to steal from that belt. There we go. Did you... oh no. I was like, did you give me stack inserters? I was hoping for stack inserters, but no it didn't. It doesn't actually request them. I mean, it's something. Just leave it to itself. I could actually, if I was keen, I could actually do that. Because now it will trash it. It'll forever trash. No, it won't. It'll supply me instead. Ah. Better still. Bring the spiders. Legendary efficiency. And there's another thing that's very much neglected. Oh, this thing's actually gained enough, enough mining productivity to actually justify doing that. There we go. Now the spiders are supplied. I suppose I should probably add landfill here. Like that. And now it shouldn't trash it. Yeah, it shouldn't trash it. Now, Gleba needs my attention. Spores exist. Let's see now. Yeah, 18 and 40. What can I do to speed this up? What does it need? It needs carbon fiber and jelly. I really just need, like, more machines doing more machiney things. More jelly. More faster. Yeah, I wonder if it's just giving it more jelly. Seems to be the way. Seems a little obsolete. I mean, I think it's safe to say this thing's obsolete. Would in theory be outputting to a chest somewhere. That's going up. All those sporks. I think it goes around for a lap. Back into a chest. Yeah, see, it's overloading now. So the problem is I don't have a proper like jelly generator on Gleba. I've never really properly reworked all this. Actually, something I've never really come up with is a proper way to craft recycle or upcycle stack inserters. Now you're out of blue circuits. I mean, it is stealing from over here, which probably isn't the best. I mean, you're at 300%. What is not you? You at 200%. So 250. So you probably don't even need that module there. Nope. So if it's 200, so it's at 250%. What are these? 25. So it probably only needs 2. Yeah. It should still work with 2. Yep. There we go. Which means I can speed module the rest. Supposedly it's stealing green circuits. It's so wild that you can do that. I mean, this one here as well, same story. I'm sort of avoiding dealing with the 210. So we'd only need like 2 of these. Yeah. And then is it there? Just speed module the rest. I could efficiency module it as well. Like 2 speeds, 2 efficiency, because it's surrounded in beacons. I think it's like 2 efficiency modules that do it. I actually do that in here. There's some sneaky efficiency modules because speed boosting these don't do anything. And because these don't consume electricity, they consume nutrients instead. And as a result, efficiency moduling it, instead of saving on electricity, saves on nutrients. So it's actually a really good idea to efficiency module some of your Gleber builds. Like this one is full speeded, and it's, what is it? It's like, I'm trying to see it. I'm blind though. 8.16 megawatts of nutrients, whereas this one, it's 12 beacon, but only needs 2.54 because it's got the 4 efficiency modules. It needs a lot less nutrients. Well worth doing. Anyway, need to carry on with this. I mean, what's probably going to happen with this is I'm going to do it a little bit of it, or most of it in between sessions, just so we're not just building this thing. Not just burning away time actively building this thing, because it's not that interesting just watching something build slowly over time, unless it's a time lapse. Then it actually is interesting. Need to cover all that too. There's a lot to be done. So the thing that we need to figure out, really, is how to connect everything in. And actually, if anything, we need to work out that. No spider helpers? Oh, there's spider helpers over here, but they're just filling up on landfill at the minute. Topping up their landfill supply. What I really need is just like extend a bot network across the whole thing. Visiting module directing sending to silos. Yeah, I mean, if you're getting no benefit, you might from speeds or productivities, you might as well consider. Oh, look who's here. The platform, the Promethean platform's back. Yes. Aquilo suffers that problem. That's why I had to rebuild the... I didn't actually show it, but I had to rebuild the reactor because the old one wasn't enough. And it ends up coming up with this one. I say come up with. It was inspired. And but it was something that let me heat pipe around the whole thing. So it's fully defrosted. Yeah, this thing... When was the last time it actually launched? Yeah, like that there. 3.5 gigawatts. I think this thing does 11 total. Yeah, it's rough. Ooh, you're not doing anything. What do you got? 7 and 3. You don't have stuff. N, you don't have stuff. I'm probably pegged this thing on Vulcanus. Am I? Yeah, it's ditch it. It's tying up the delivery system. Where do you actually go? Oh yeah, you only do those. So yeah, don't stop at Navis for any reason, other than to. Oh, I better actually add that. Yeah. Otherwise, you won't be supplied with fuel ever. Which would be a little bit embarrassing. Which, come to think of it, I think is actually out of fuel. Oh? Oh, yeah, there's I didn't see any... Oh, there it is, yeah. I was probably getting them from Aquilo. Yeah, it's getting them from Aquilo anyway. It doesn't need it. I already thought of it, apparently. Yeah, the Postman platform needs to not do that stuff. Where are we at here? Alright, so... big picture. I need... Oh, yeah, actually entirely contained within that. You only need 3 belts worth, actually. You don't need much. But yeah, I need reds and greens. We need like 40 belts of greens and 20 belts of reds. I need to figure out engines too at some point. It's actually, I need to figure out all this stuff. Oh, you need, did I? Yeah, I did, didn't I? It's built in there, so that's fine. Okay. So the topic at hand is where do all you go? You know, only a little bit goes actually outside of yeah. Only a little bit goes to other stuff. What do you need? You need productivity modules, robo frames and engines. Alright, I need to write these down. Otherwise I'll never remember them. So like robo frames. It's always a pain doing these all one by one. Oh, I won't do that because it's implied with the first lot. Was it you? I've already forgotten. Well, I need to write them down. Robo frames, which is engine, electric engines. Yeah, it's part of it. Engines will probably be a dedicated build for that. Robo frames, it's implied that it does its own electric engines and those engines. That'll probably be some kind of oil base. We need green circuits. I'm going to steal these. Blues, like that. Reds, somewhere in the middle. There. I mean, we built these, so I might as well place them down. Military, probably there. Automation, there. Chemical, there. Logistics, there. Oil products will probably happen down here somewhere, where the bulk of it's actually needed. Let's see, we need the productivity modules specifically. You need furnaces. That'll happen there. Yeah, probably green, red, blue will happen there, and then intermediate, the other different intermediates here, and then something. Damn it, I didn't mean to press that. Dear. You there. Yeah, so like the circuits are probably, I can probably lay side by side like that, run across to the things it needs to, and then run into reds, run into blues and such. And then the actual liquid unloading can probably happen along here, a lot closer. Military needs its military things. Like that there. Wall. There. Ammo wall, and the third thing I always forget. What the hell was it? Grenades, that's the one. Where to go? There. Didn't place. There we go. Alright. So that's all that stuff. Utility. Have I actually covered everything? Low density's covered. Blue's covered. Robo frames are covered. That in turn means it needs, where is it? Lubricant. There. Which means we need oil products, which means we need gas and such. So we're targeting 115,200 science a minute, which is equivalent to 8 turbo belts of science. And then the eventual goal is to have it run at least 1 million science a minute through research productivity, that is. And I want to do it without the classic train base. And so, as a consequence, I'm making life so much harder on myself than it needs to be. I probably need to move these. Just eating resources for no reason. Or eating supplies for no reason. No reason. So yeah, it's a lofty goal. 8k to 100k with the expansion. Yeah. And it's funny because originally I was targeting 2,222 when I started this, and it's just grown from there as I've got more comfortable with the changes, and also playing on other people's worlds, doing 1 million science a minute and such. I mean, the eventual goal was always 1 million, but I wanted to really sort of get a experiment before committing. Because once you go to the big trains, it's much more difficult to change things after the fact. It's easier to change like little 242 trains than it is to change 416-4 trains when you're working on these sorts of things. The thing that I learnt though is that like even one turbo belt, stacked turbo belt, is like a struggle for a 416-4 to supply. Alright, let's get rid of you. On account of the fact that we're not in creative anymore, or the map editor anymore, specifically. Okay. So, come back to here. What do we need? 22 of them. Across 1.4 belts and 1.4 belts, and 18 of those. Alright, let's get these out the way. I mean, there's 2 of these builds, which means I can split it in half, which means I could probably split it in quarters, actually. What is that? 23 is not a nice number, though. It is also assuming full beacon, which may not be possible. And 18, so probably 20. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, what was it? 18? Yeah, 18 plus. Yeah, might as well be 20 in that case. I mean, I could do like 20 and splits, but meh. Do 2. I mean, yeah, just do 2. No. So I was thinking about doing 1 lot and then splitting, but no, it can't do that. It needs to be... If I want to maintain the side loading, then the half and half belt, then it needs to be below 0.5, which means I do need 4 of them. So yeah, 20 and then split it down. And then 22, so that'd have to be 24, I think. Yeah, 4, 6 to 24, I think is the lowest. So it'd be, nope, you, like that. Speed module. The thing that I don't know for sure is that, like, full speed... Well, I'm doing this in such an inefficient way. Full speed beacon like that, I don't know if I can actually keep up with supply. That's where I need to check it in the editor. 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's giving me an idea of distance, though. Where's it? There it is. That's the supply line there. We don't need any of that either, actually. You and you. And we'll need a lot of stack inserters. Fagora's probably the best bet for this. Oh, look who's been built. That's handy. Handy dandy. There. I mean to hop back to the map editor for this. Bam, bam, and bam. Blam. You. Yes. Bam, and bam, and blam, blam. Yeah, I think it's time to hop back to the editor. Yeah, we'll just figure this out. Would have saved me a little bit of time to... Arguably, I could do the military as well, but I don't want to. I actually need to, in saying that. I just don't want to. Right, so what happens if we do that? And then... Oh, that's basically an entire belt right there. Is this actually right? Yeah, red circuits. Alright. Power, power, power. Doop. There. And there. Oh yeah, I gotta actually feed it. Feed the beast. Now, is there a convenient... Yes, there is. You go there. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Derp. Herp. Jerp. Flurp. Now, this is a bit artificial in the sense that I'm feeding it steel on a belt, which I don't need to do. But it's the stone more that I'm... Or the stone brick that I'm more worried about. Yeah, it basically eats the belt. One's keeping up. It's very speedy. It is. Probably excessively speedy. Hey, Mahalik, how you doing? Yeah, realistically, it would be that. There. And we wouldn't actually supply it steel like that at all. Where's the steel thingy? Around here somewhere. Ah, up here. There. Early bird catches the worm? Sure does. Go there. A pair of you there. Da-da. You molten metal. Right, so what are you lacking? Nothing really. I mean, just surrounding it to give it full speed boost. This is where I would start looking into efficiency modules in the future. I mean, I'm just slapping that down as is for now, but yeah. I haven't specifically called it out, but yeah, you would investigate it. Speedy boy. This is where now where things get rather tricky. So, can we supply like that? That to there, you to there. One on each side. Yeah, probably the way to go. Yeah. It's a better option. I wanted to see if I could do it one above the other. Yeah, it's probably not going to work. Because there's also potential to have 4 of them flanking. But I don't think... 3, 4, 5, there. Yeah, so that runs into... that there, that there, that there. I'm just curious now. I mean, it can't output, of course. Actually, can that do that there? 7, 7. Yeah, it's only 7 beacon, though. Oh, what are you? You're lacking in steel. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, like it wants to eat a single belt on its own. That is true. You take in... Yeah, 13.4. Nearly a belt each. I mean, that is a belt right there. It's actually short on brick. Okay, how does that affect things? There. Oh, they're actually too far away. Has that changed there? Yeah, they're both 8-8 beacon now. Why does that look off? Because that gap there. It has to sort of be there. That has to be there. Can I... Remove unfiltered items, please, and thank you. There. There. One. Bam, bam. Yeah, I can't do that. Okay, alright. I think that's a dead end now. Side by side now. I say as I start flipping things violently. You. 1, 2. May not even need to insert as well. I'll make it 1. The foundry doesn't need max space around it. Alright, what's that? 10 now. furnace. Bam, bam. Oops. Alright. We bring red circuits in just about there. Yeah. Yeah, it eats most of the belt though. Because it's up to 10. Bam. Yeah, just keep it like that. Because then I can... Oh, I couldn't tile them. Can't tile them, I should say. And what are you at? 1400. And what I need? 19200. I mean, I could deliberately starve it like that. One trick I would do is something like that. Feed it both sides. Bam. And then output. Like that. There. Do a bit of the old belt weave. Feed that, and that. And that actually is pretty comfortable. I don't think I can double up, but I'm going to see what happens if I do double up. Blam. Okay. Alright. Oh, yeah, because it doesn't extend. Now it does. Yeah, it doesn't get to the end quite. Oh, now it does. Something's not working. Oh, yeah, because you don't have... It'd work better with red circuits, wouldn't it? I should shove them in there. There we go. Yeah, so now the stone is hard. Yeah, 3 and a bit really is what it's doing. What is that? 3,000-ish, 2,900. Yeah, it's what I expected. Was oh yeah, even this is struggling a little bit, but 3 and yeah, well 3 and a bit at best. What if I cut that? And that. Cut both of them. Doesn't really change. I mean, because this thing is not running at 100%. It just means it's getting a little bit, like, brick isn't sliding past it anymore. So what are we at? 38,400, I think it was. There's a quarter of it. The 6.2 at 12 beacon. What is that at 10 beacon? 7. What is that in terms of brick belts? 4.5. That's 2 belts per thingy. Like if it was 6, then it would be 4. 2 belts or 1.5, something like that. Interesting, it's only 2 and a bit belts of red circuit. None of these none of these numbers shake out as a really convenient number. That's why the half belts are really handy. What was I saying? No, I can't take 2. Yeah, it's odd number. It's just a really awkward number all round. Can I bolt a 3rd onto it? That's the next question. Like instead of having a pipe there, we schlam, blam, schlam, and schlam there. And we now have one here. Now I've got to get you beaconed up. Oh, it's beacon aligned, so it's not going to beacon. Yeah, I think the answer is... Not that one, that one. Like, it's really just going to be like that. And that. Alright, can I feed 2 into 1? I'm pretty sure I couldn't. No, I couldn't. Get it tile horizontally? It could go that way. If I pull these down, then I can have the red circuits running across. That would fully make it tileable. Because then do that. Bam. There. Do the top side as well. There and there. And we're still 10. Okay. Yeah, we're one of those on there. You go in there. Hey, you name a Morning Street, yeah. As a side note, that might actually change soon. I'm not 100% sure when or how or whatever, but it might change soon. What was our target? 6,400. I really just want to go wide enough on that, such that a world where this isn't really awkward. Oh, it just upsets that now. There we go. Ah, it tiles the chests. That's funny. What did that bring us up to? 2,400. So it needs like 2 more. Oh, what does this do? What does it bring it up to? 2,900. Bottom red. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep. Yeah. Been working on hopefully it's 1000x science map plus 41 extra quality. Oh boy. 41 extra quality. Yeah, now it's running. Now it's just on the struggle bus of red circuits. This is the point where it needs supplements. Yeah, 6.7. So this is still going to fall way short. But it's going to be better. 3.8, 3.9. And what was the target? It was 6.4. And now it just means adding more of these. And we try not having the struggle bus around. I mean, I could, but you're here. So mean. Made into tooth quality cargo wagon. It can store 326 stacks of items. Fair point. I mean, yeah, it's harsh but fair. I think it's still just a smidge short. Yeah, 5,800. How's it going, Ika? Also, what have you been? Have you been playing? Yes, you have been playing Factorio lately. What you been up to? Working on your own Space Age stuff, or speedrun? Or is it another speedrun? I need to do a Space Age speedrun at some point. There we go. Now that's a stupid amount of furnaces. Yeah, see, they're struggling on the red circuits. 60 hours into Pi, hard Pi block, 1000x this week. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's what, 2.3, because I've only got 2 right now. That's why it's having a bad time. Just got to do it the lazy way. I have no idea how I'm going to get it in there. Decided you're dumb. I think it might be onto something there, doing all that Pi stuff. Yeah, I want to get rid of that. Let me get rid of that. Means that goes. Ah. We're all redundant. Probably other redundant stuff that I'm not seeing. So that goes there. You go away, you go away. I hear noises of a Colonel Will raid. How you doing? Hello. We're just doing a little bit of theory crafting right now. How was the farm? Don't need that anymore. Need you. Might as well just throw those down for posterity. And hopefully that is furnace supply dealt with. 6,700. 6,700? 6,400. Didn't this thing need like 7,200? The number of beacons, you could probably get rid of one and be fine. Sort of. I probably could go 8. The problem is that this is only a quarter of what's needed. Yeah, how was the farm, Will? Are we working on the farm, eh? Kind of sounds like a pirate instead of a Cornish farmer. Because, where is it? Over here. Just to give an idea of the scale of stone needed if you were to do rail like this. I don't advise doing rail like this. I probably should move this, set this thing up on a stone patch or something. I don't know why I'm doing it the way I am. Probably stupidity or something. Oh, the diminishing return with beacons doesn't really come into play with legendary beacons. Yeah, with the base ones, it tapers off very flat to the point where 8 is really sort of as far as you want to go. When it comes to legendary ones, it just keeps on going to the moon. Especially once you have legendary modules inside it as well. Yeah, I had to think about that for a moment. I forgot about that. There's so many things to keep track of. Right, you go over there. It still begs the question, why am I even doing it like this? I really don't know. I'm just determined to be the monolithic based lifestyle. So what is that eating in terms of stone, brick? 68,000. Is that all of... I don't have anything else running, do I? Just make sure. Because some of these, for various reasons, like this one here is still running. And it really shouldn't be. And this one here, still running, and it really shouldn't be. And these here are still running, and they really shouldn't be. And these here, and these here. I should be more careful and turn these things off. Yeah, it works out. The legendary bonuses are so crazy. It's just more is better. Alright, all that's tapering off. Yeah, stone brick's gone away, so it is fine. There. It was like 68,000. It's a lot of stone. The worst part is you need to actually use, like, you have to use the electric furnaces. There's no way around it. Thankfully, you do get the legendary productivity modules, so it's at least a little bit of respite, but it's still not great. It's still the same old 1.1 problem. There. 50% prod is nothing to scoff at. It isn't. It is noticeably better than like plus 10%. Is this a stupid idea or not? I don't know. Try to go for legendary on the materials or get lucky manufacturing the final product. I try and, at least for early quality, I try and, well, it depends. When you're very, very first starting out, you have to do quality where you can. So like the first quality modules that you craft, I would put them into a machine that tries to craft better quality modules. And then you'd set up like a gambling machine. Like, I don't think even this save still has it. No, it doesn't. This is super duper early game. This is like when you first unlock your power armor equipment. Like you would set up a machine. Hello, hot air balloons. How you doing today? And you'll get your quality 1s. Like, oh, those are quality 3s. pack up, return home. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Open tabs on laptops this time. Alright, have a good one, Michelle. Have a good night. See you in the VODs and the lurks and all that. Yeah, because the quality 2s are really easy to make, so just try and take quality, when you get quality 2s, like, feed them back into itself. Yeah, quality 1 just immediately goes to, you do need space for it, but it's not hard to do. In fact, I might have a save to roll back far enough. 3, 2, maybe this one. It's 5 months ago already. I've been playing this save for like 6 months now. Nope, even this save doesn't have it. Does this one have it? There it is, yeah. So you re-roll, try and turn the quality, kind of get it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you try and, there it is. As soon as you get the quality modules, throw the quality modules into it to make better quality modules. You see, I was just bottling up the quality modules and then put them back in. See, I haven't actually done it here, but you should put them back in. Yeah, see, this has got the level 2 quality modules in it, and it's trying to quality up as much as possible. It's a better chance of getting the better quality ones. And then when it comes to equipment, this is the equipment gambling machine. This is the gambling machine I was talking about. And so it's got the best of the quality modules in it. And use that to then try and roll better quality equipment. And that's like your early gambling machine. I mean, either way, you're getting the thing that you want, but there's a chance that you occasionally get something slightly better. As you can see, I went through a few power armors and never got anything out of it. A few solar things. Yeah. That's the early quality. Because you don't have access to a recycler. Beyond that, it does help to... Where is... I think it's over here. It doesn't hurt. Like early Fagora, I like to put some quality modules into the mining drills. Just to help things along. Just to jumpstart the quality system. This is a really early... This is what Fagora used to look like for my save. Just got the space science? Ah, yep. So you got to set up the space science platform. Yes, this is making... Look at it go, making quality modules. And, yeah. And that's the early sort of jumpstart for it. Realistically, knowing what I know now, I probably wouldn't bother with it as the quality over here as much as I used to. Like, I qualityed all this. Getting quality intermediates helps, again, do a lot of the early stuff. And yeah, and then it gives you a little bit of a start, but then you want to go for the quality platform. Legendary level 2 quality modules, as those only take base Navis material. Yeah, when you unlock, you got to unlock legendary at that point. But eventually, it's not on this save, but you want like a asteroid grinding platform. Don't recommend going too crazy with the quality in the beginning, other than personal equipment, maybe then a few space. Yeah, you don't want to go too deep into it. As I say, knowing what I know now. Debating whether or not I want to put another one in. I think I will. That means I got to do the stone though. No, nah, it's got to be like that. It's got to be 7. I mean, I knew it was got to be 7 anyway. Aha! I just spotted. Bam, 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 palam. There. Derp. There. So now all the bread circuits comes in one side. Now I just need like 3 more of them. What do we do with this thing? So that's what, 7. Which is not a nice number to really have as far as bricks go. Where is it? Bricks, 4.5 belts. I mean, I got 7 here, but it only needs 4.5. I mean, one of them could probably be a half belt. This is where these ratios gets really nasty. This trains are... again, it's a train base really helps deal with this sort of stuff. Which is what I'm trying to avoid doing. By testing using quality miners recycled on Fulgor, I found it's better to only focus on legendary modules and get quality ingredients through other means. Sort of tracks with what I found. Better off just focusing on rare and legendary. And do the gambling machine just to supplement whatever you got. Right, has that affected the production? It is dipping slightly. Oh, that one needs to stay full. It's now 9.5. Yeah, so that's brought it back to full. This one, yeah, it's having no problems. Does it need 2? Yes, you can see it going down. Really, that one can probably survive with 1. An inserter reduction is not a bad thing. I need to deal with the iron ore, or the molten iron coming in. Like, as it is, it's not usable. Have to be something like that. That affected it? Yes, it has. Why has that changed? It only needs 6,000, oh, 6,400. Or is that just down to the lack of stone? No, lack of steel. What are you at? You're at 12, 8, 7. Okay, so dropping it from 10 did actually affect it. Interesting. That's real interesting. That should bring it back up again. Yeah, 6,700. Yeah, then I need 4 of those. And then beyond that, like 1. I'll do it properly. These things. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 12. It should still be 12 if I expand that out one more. Handy to have it as fully vertical. Bam. Bam. Red circuits. Go there. I need to quickly change that to green. Or not quickly change to green. That. There. There it is. Right. Remove unfiltered. $270 a minute. And we need, what, like 11 of these, I think it was. You. 7. Or 8. .4, a 12 beacon. Yeah, 12 beacon. Oh yeah, this is for one build. One build? Yeah, one build. So it does need 8. What does it need input-wise? 1.5, 1. Nasty. It's like that. Got a way of slimming it down? It's a real question. Actually, there is. If I pick that up, put that there, pick that up, put that there, come back to this, throw that there, you go there, you go there, and you go there, and now it should be trapped inside there. It just needs an output now. Other than that, you start getting into like the splitter shenanigans like that either side, and I don't want to do that. There. That'll make it fit. Bam. Oh yeah, I know how to deal with that. I mean, I could say it's a future me problem, but it'll be a now me problem before too long. Like right now. Yeah, something like this. Lamb. Alright. Go in there. And you're just going to slowly drain out, and then we're going to see... Yes. 2,600. Oh. There, you, and then there. You, there. You, there. gonna have to rejigger those. Yeah, it's not gonna 4,300. What was it? It's 6,400. Yeah, and it were 8. Yeah, because I'm still a little short. That's got to go down there somewhere. That's got to go there. That's bam, bam, there. I'll just copy paste a fresh one like that. Fine, it's fine. That should supply everything. Why aren't you going stuck on greens? Yeah, and that should side load into a single lane. And come in just short of what the what's needed. Like what the maximum for the lane is, that is. 6,900. It was 6,400. Okay, so it's a little bit more. But it's fairly doable. Perfectly serviceable. And that is, again, 1/4's worth. So that just services this side. Because the 38,400, each side is 38,400. So 38,400, 57,600, and then two of them makes 115,000 for 8 belts total. Because 38,400 is only 2 belts worth. So that actually comes out to being quite huge. I like how it really is just a stone sink, this thing. It is all it is. It's just a stone sink. I suppose if nothing else, I'm really sort of proving a point, if anything. We need more equipment to deal with stone. More and or better equipment for dealing with stone. You're still running. There. It's a bit awkward with that third red circuit belt though. Suppose I could just pair it up. Seeing as though, like, and just feed the whole thing. But I kind of wanted to flank either side with the production. Because yeah, that fits quite comfortably up in, like, if I nestle it there. Well, yeah, 2 of them there, then just gotta figure out the smelting. I think the ins and outs of this thing needs a little bit of rework. And not lay it on its side. No, the stone's got to go in the side. Imagine if landfill recycled back into 12 to 13 stone. Imagine a world where dreams, where you could only dream of such things. Where you dream of such things, it becomes reality, I mean. We can only imagine. Robotic exists. Yeah, because that spacing, that doesn't even bunch up nicely against this thing. Or does it? Hang on, or does it? You... I'll pop at that side. Grab you. Flip. 1. It's so inefficient on beacons, isn't it? I'll slide over 3. Because then, you could just come out over there. Yeah, instead of going up through there, we're now coming out through there. Chink, chonk, chink, chonk. There we go. But these don't line up either. Yeah, this would be like in there. And it can then feed like so, or yeah, like so. It could actually work. Like that could actually work. At least they're not legendary beacons that take a lot of stuff to get. No, not at all. Yeah, it might not actually be enough room because that's the midpoint there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I need to get the input over. Actually, I can do that now. They can be there. Or can I? No, it doesn't work. The inserters still don't line up properly. But that's fine. They're inward facing. It's the stone brick lines that are the problem. Take 1/6 the power. This is true. It's not nearly as power wasting. It was actually quite surprising how much they save. Could actually bring them in theory. Yeah, I could pull. Yeah, no, it doesn't do anything. It's already as tight as it can be. The beacons, that is. The beacon arrangement is as tight as it can be. Molten. Oh yeah, I forgot to fix the molten iron. That's a bit of an issue. I mean, what I was thinking was, yeah, like that. You just run the molten iron down like this. There. Pop. Place that. Get rid of that. There and there. And there. Bloop. There. Whee. Why doesn't that reach? It's off by a tile. And they're all going to be like that, aren't they? Dear. Every time. Oh yeah, tinkering with these builds forever, it kinda happens. There and there. Get rid of all that, all that brick. Oh, I need to do the last one. Kind of important, that is. Isn't it now? Actually, now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. Could go in there. Like that. There we go. So yeah, it just needs red circuits now to fully supply it. It still needs a lot of space. Still very space consuming. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. There. And yeah, I need 4 of these things. I mean, I could amalgamate them, really. I don't need to do them either side, trying to squeeze them into here. Like, I could bring these across and down, or I could go out and down and have them either side. Or out and down, and just line the whole bottom with these things. Alright, let's grab that. There. I can squeeze this over a little bit further now. If I go in line, yeah, it only has like 3 spots available. If I go like there, that's 1 tile away at the minute. And then 1 tile away from that. What do we got to work with? Well, I do know what we've got to work with. It's a very tight space, a very tight squeeze. It's kind of funny that doing turbo undergrounds like that is actually kind of painful. There. Vanna Lewison. Hello. Welcome on in. I'm just trying to figure out some transport belts at the minute. How you doing? Wham and bam. It's quite expensive on undergrounds. So yeah, by doing little undergrounds like that, I mean, at the point that it's 40 tungsten plate per. That's why. Oh, I just realized. Thing is unhappy. Things are red. That's not good. Oh. I was just see it's a low disk space alarm. That's, yeah, not ideal. So that's the limit of what I can feed into, well, equal what I can feed into here. Hello, just finished project assembly in Satisfactory. How's the factory going? It is growing pretty fast. So for some reason, some dumb reason, I had this idea of doing 8 of the green transport belts of science a minute, and now we're going through the painful task of making it work. I need to actually do something. I need to go back to Satisfactory. It actually reminded me. There's something about it. It just doesn't quite grab me though. It puts me off it. So what is Project Assembly? Just building 1 million assembly machines? Or a bit more involved? Yes, it's a little bit tight on space. Yeah, I got room for one, and I need two. Overarching wind condition, builder, the space. Ah, okay. Because I remember this, like last time I played, there was the space elevator was there, but it just continuously asked for more stuff. Is there like an endpoint to it now? Because I've admittedly, since 1.0 came out, I haven't played a lot of it. Oh, okay, there is actually the end after phase 5. Alright, I gotta get... I mean, I could squeeze it over 2 more tiles, and that would do what I need. But it is tight for space. This is ridiculous. There. Nope, that was right where I had it. Needs to be there. And there. Ah, hang on. It's got to be there. There we go. It's sort of like escaping the planet, wouldn't it be? Just launch yourself up in the space elevator. Alright, so I don't need those anymore. Which means... do that. And yeah, so the end goal of what I'm working on right now is replacing this with an actual belt of supplies right here. I could also squeeze this over a tile as well, and really just penny pinching space at this point. Yes, you know, squeeze this over a tile, and then feed it stone. Well, actually, now I don't need to do all this silliness. If I can go a playthrough without doing all of that nonsense, that would be amazing as well. It would be a glorious relief. You. There. I mean, I can handle that one belt there doing that. As I say, it is kind of a waste of belt, but it doesn't matter in the scheme of things. It's just time. Yeah, so we move you inward a tile. And flip you over, and there. And would you look at that? Off by one. Look at that stone. It's just ridiculous how much stone you need to feed into purple science. So, I mean, Space Age has helped with the whole late game crafting with your EM plants and the foundries doing steel at 300% productivity and all that. But some of the fundamentals still remain, even with all the productivity bonuses. I'm just going to let this thing run until it drains out its belts. Should be actually pretty close to right now. Here we go. Right, where is it? Here. It's kind of annoying. You can't use loaders. Loaders don't stack belts, so I can't use loaders. In case anyone's wondering. I mean, I could have just copy pasted that, but either or. Blam, blam. You. 3. 4. Where can we squeeze? Ah, might as well just tile this lot. 3, 4, 5, 6. There and there. Alright, there's your stone. There's nothing that does for stone what foundries do for metal. Yeah, stone has sort of been left behind and forgotten. It very much has been forgotten compared to everything else. There we go. So now we just have just the stone monster. Which is like a cookie monster, but instead of cookies it eats stone. Hoards and eats stone. I suppose you could say it's hoards and eats stone cookies. But I guess that's only really appealing if you're maybe a stone golem or something. What's the thing from Elder Scrolls? Stone Antronach or something? Get the name. It's been a long time since I played that. Neato. Interesting. It's still struggling on stone furnaces. Yes, electric furnaces. Why is that? Maybe I do need the last one. That was a back of my head concern, was not being able to... Like, it does need back pressure to fill up the belt, initially. And it may be okay, but the more the merrier. It's always the more the merrier. Huh, the molten iron pipe almost lines up there. Just there, it's off by one. So this side seems more consistent than this side. This side seems more... maybe not. I just need to empty. Yeah, it's still very gappy. I mean, said that, it's the belt's still got to fill. You're going to run into that problem. It's the thing being flippity-flopped. Just in case, I might just purge the whole lot. It's one of those inevitabilities. Yeah. Yeah, you're still just eating them. Okay, so this should be catching up now, because it's a nearly full belt. Yeah, look at that. So the productivity modules are backing up now. Now the furnaces shouldn't be far behind. Yeah, so the top-up belt's full now. Both top-up belts are full, so everything, yeah. So the right side's backed up. Yep. Okay. Cool. Doing what it should. Yeah, and the extra one on its own's not doing anything anymore. Mostly. Just the occasional one. Yeah, trouble is, to have a foundry do something, it's a bit weird. There's not really a foundry for stone, because it's like magma. Yeah. We're at 2 gigabytes free space. Oh dear. Guess I won't be doing anything with this. This will be a stream only then. I mean, not that I've been saving the recordings, but I haven't been doing anything with them. I've sort of been leaving it live as a YouTube live. I'm not really doing anything with it. There's not really too much to do to it. Alright. I think I'm happy with that. I think that's decent. Foundry should make rails. Foundry should make rails. That seems perfectly fair. Alright, so we want to grab that. It's a bit... No, before putting it into the Book of Narvis, you know what? We're gonna... just remove all of that. And remove... not that. Remove all of that. Now we're gonna add it to our Book of Narvis. There. And that is modules and furnaces. And I might name it eventually. Foundries for metal, EM plants for circuits, cryo for plastic sulfur, maybe biochamber for cracking, rocket fuel. If you, rocket fuel for anything really. It's chemical plant, it's cryo plant, it's biochamber. There's so many ways of doing it. But yeah, nothing. There's nothing. Probably the only thing from stone that you get is the foundry making stone as a byproduct from lava. That's arguably the only way to really gain it. And you could use that for some kind of volcanous system, but it's not a good system to have. I wouldn't consider it reliable. Alrighty. Save that. Load game. Flip it back over to this away. You. There. According to the glorious Book of Narvis. That bolts on there. I mean, yeah, let's keep it one tile gap between all of it. Why not? And that goes there. I can't delete it, but I can delete it. It's fine. It just deletes the landfill. Not the end of the world. Yeah, just delete all that. Is there any more belts? No. I mean, there's always more build to be had. Just do that. Aha! Blam. And blam. There. It was like 1632 plus the stone. What's the stone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12, 18, 24. Bringing tech into... Oh yeah, bringing tech into Narvis. That's true. Because yeah, you can't make rocket fuel directly. The cryo plant only makes rocket fuel from where is it? Ammonia. Yeah. Well, you can do it with a chemical plant, but it's not. It's beside the point. Where is it? Rocket fuel. Is that? Yeah, biochamber. But can you... Oh yeah, yeah, you can do the actual oil-based one. What was it of? It was 4 slots, wasn't it? Yeah, 4 slots. So this thing didn't have... This thing originally had 2 slots. Just so you know. It actually had a craft speed of 1, I think it was as well. It was actually really bad. The biochamber. It was basically useless. It's kind of shocking, actually. Zone for balance for rails is optimal for draining rain, unless you wanted to change out the megaliths. You don't really see an alternative. Ooh, hello bots. Go. Yeah, just dumping stuff. Hey, happy Easter. Happy Easter Monday from Australia. I'm trying to remember if Sunday had Monday had a. I think it was Tuesday was the next part. Yep. Now we got to play the land filling game. Do I watch F1? Not really. No. All the F1s are gone. F1's in March here. It never rains in Factorio. Only on Gleba. And only in certain biomes. Like here it's. Oh, I suppose here it is raining. But over here it's really raining. Somewhere it doesn't rain. It's like here or something. The light doesn't really. Or is it just hard to see? I don't remember. Ah. Away goes the science. Alright, it is almost time. Well, we got that bit done. That's actually worked out a lot better than I was hoping. It worked out a lot better than what I was expecting, I should say. I was expecting it to be a lot more space inefficient. A national holiday on Monday. Oh yeah, let me have a look. I don't remember if there is actually a holiday on Monday. Formally that is. Friday's a holiday. That's Anzac Day. Oh no, it's Easter Monday, not Tuesday. So yeah, we get Good Friday, then Easter Monday, and then Anzac Day this coming Friday. So you get effectively three holidays all in one go. At the same time, I don't think like the next one's June. Um, the holiday formerly known as Queen's Birthday, which is now King's Birthday. We get to cherry pick our holidays. That's the advantage of not separating by declaring war, is that you get the perk of still having the holidays. Get the best of both worlds. Alright, that means that these can definitely be pulled down then, and they can be brought a lot further up. 1st of May. I didn't think it was. What is 1st of May? I don't remember there being one. Labourers. Oh, we have our own Labour Day. It's state dependent Labour Day. Like every state has a Labour Day at a different time of every month. Actually, a good point. Yeah, Labour Day is 5th of May for Queensland. Apparently. Labour Day. I don't remember when it is for us. I don't actually remember. I'm just looking now and yeah. September maybe. It's the one I always forget. Yeah, we don't have May Day or anything like that. Okay. Thinking. Walpurgis Night? Huh? What you talking about? Yeah, oh, yeah, we have Labor Day, but we don't have it in May. It's whenever the states feel like having it. Yeah, Queensland was the 5th of May. Because it just happened to show up on the calendar. I'm not sure when Victoria's is. I always forget. It's one of those things that just sort of pops up. Yeah, it's state dependent. Up to the states to decide when. And it usually just sort of fills in the gaps between other major holidays. What I mean is that we don't have a May Day in the sense that we don't have a day that we call May Day. We just have it as Labor Day. I'm kind of curious now. Yeah, it's like nothing in July, August, and maybe September. September? It should be grand final day in September. Yeah, King's birthday, which was the birthday formerly known as Queen's birthday in June. And then we have like 2 months of no holidays. Aha, there's a little bit of landfill. There we go. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of this. Going to be a lot of building. Light the bonfires everywhere in Northern Europe and on the 30th. Then Labor Day after. It's awesome. Oh, okay. Sounds like one of those older like pagan holidays, Germanic holidays. Damus, how you doing? Hello, thank you for that raid. Welcome. Really appreciate that. I'm actually a little well, I say I by it, but I mean Darthy's a little bit slack. There, because Vanny Lawson before with a raid. There. Ooh, just chatting. Up early or late? Technically it's lunchtime. It's sort of neither, I suppose, being lunchtime. But yeah, it's a morning. We're up in the morning. We've been here since 8 o'clock. Sit on your pancakes. Hello. That's a very specific command right there. I love it. That's amazing. Thanks to a website that's been in the news recently. That's someone's fetish. PC build that did not end well. Ah. I mean, the good side is it's a PC build. The bad news is it didn't go well. That's unfortunate. Let's untrash unrequested and just deposit this stuff here. Yeah, so as we're coming on in, so what I'm working on is the science base for no post. That's not good. Yeah, it's got to be some figuring out to do. I mean, my immediate thought is I'm immediately kicking into diagnostic mode. Hopefully the BIOS actually supports the CPU, because that's usually what it is. The CPU, but the BIOS doesn't have the microcode to actually initialize the CPU. But yeah, what we're working on is a 8 green belt of science space age base. And so we'll set up the science here. We're originally doing it from the input, but I decided to flip and start at the output. Ironically, from what I was talking about before, where you start from the end and work your way backwards and iterate bigger and bigger, expand bigger and bigger, which is a thing that you really should, a similar thing you should put into practice, is you start simple and then expand it and expand it and expand it. It makes any kind of project more manageable. But yeah, so this is all the different sciences. So we scienced out, well, we theory crafted out all the sciences. You got your utility, your blue, your purples, more purples, green, and then reds. No military yet. We need to do that at some point. And yeah, and we're just figuring out the next step back. So the productivity modules and the furnaces to feed the actual purple science. So that's all ready to go. I need to do the rest for these two. I need to do military science over there as well. It's going to be a wide boy of a base. That is for sure. Should separate those out too. The end goal is I'm going to load all these sciences into probably load them into trains and then send them to bot-based labs. I might actually just put them up here or something, up here. Or maybe over there. It just makes it easier because of the stuff coming in interplanetary realistically needs to be loaded onto trains, and it benefits the stuff like the Clever packs. But having said all that, I might think I still want to think about how I can make it work without doing that. Maybe try and belt the whole lot. And the overall goal is to try and do something that isn't just, you know, train in, train out, train towns, which the expansion sort of leans heavily into. This kind of thing, which I've already built here and kind of, yeah, this sort of thing here and somewhat regretting it. It may end up, I think I found a better solution. But yeah, those are all future me problems. So yeah, that's what we're at. That is what we're up to. Still got a starter base. Starter base is still cracking along nicely. It's churning out the productivity needed for this base. Just the ever-extending labs. Yeah. Alright, next time I think I'll finish off those. Let's have a quick look now, actually. Been using Factorio Lab to sort of wrangle everything out. That's 115,200 or 115,000. Looks like a good plan. I mean, it's a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but it probably vaguely resembles something good. The eventual goal is with productivity, get to 1 million, and maybe this could be extended further, but don't know. Don't know at this point. The other thing too is I could produce more off-world and drop it down and then feed into labs. So that's why I'm sort of leaning on doing the labs via trains and bots. It's typically how I do it anyway. That's my justification. Like this needs to be done. 44, that's a lot. The shape of a shadow of a plan. Alright, we can collapse those. We don't need them. Yeah, so we need to do collapse that. 46. Oh, that's a lot. We need to do U. Thankfully, it's only 11. 1.3 for lube. 4 batteries. Your iron and coal. Yeah, so you can be cast and then direct fare. That's actually convenient. I could probably get 12 beacons without actually surrounding it. Yes, the only big thing that needs to go in is the green circuits. Part of the reason for doing this is I want to see where I can cram like green circuits, red circuits, blue circuits behind these things. And then the unloads can squeeze in around it and just sort of, yeah, figure that bit out. Melting's going to be an interesting one. So the unloads take in ore and melt on the spot. That's going to be a thing. Yeah, I think it'll work. It'll probably be fine. So yeah, just a big monolithic base. This is going to stay as just the bare essentials crafting. I could actually put the stuff below. Yeah, but yeah, going over there isn't actually a terrible idea. That's sort of like the whole base there. Do you know, if I did need to double this thing, I could just put down a whole new base. Facts. It does actually fit over there. So if I do need to double it to 16 belts, then the option's available. Oh boy, let's not speculate on such things though. But yeah, for now, for me though, I need to get out of here. I need to get lunch. Because I've been trying to stall, mumbling along, to run down the clock. Spider goat. Spider goat. Spider goat does whatever spider goat does. Alright. Let's see. What do we got? Hello. Yeah, just catching us towards the end. I want to go say hi to Mr. Jim. I haven't seen him in ages. Let's go say hi. He's doing some stationeers. That's not what I wanted. It's making it impossible to select things, because I can't spell. Alright, so yeah, we're going to leave it there for... Are you just started playing? Ah, welcome to the last game you will ever play for the rest of your life. Hope you enjoy. Because once the Factorio kicks in, there's no escaping. I was going to say, why is the base dead? It's because that. Apparently it pauses when you switch out now. Yeah, so we're going to go raid Mr. Jamorian. He is doing some stationeers. So you can grab either one of those raid messages, drop it into his chat, go say hi. He does a lot of very chill, sort of super chill things as well. Does a lot of this, Minecraft, Factorio. Bit more variety. Does a lot of similar things to me. Worth hanging out, giving a follow and all that. And yeah, for now though, that is it for me today. So thank you all very much for being here. Thank you for all those all those raids. There's quite a few raids today. All those follows and subs. Really appreciate that. Appreciate your being here. And as I say, thank you all for watching. And she'll see you next time. And bye bye for now.